In this video, I'm going to show you how to review, add, and remove questions from an existing assessment. From my home screen here, I'll pick an assessment that I want to take a closer look at. Let's say it's 1.3. I'll click on 1.3, and if I want to review the questions within 1.3, I'll click here on Questions. This will take me to the Add, Remove Questions screen. There is another way to get to this screen, and I'll show that to you. From the home screen, you can either click on 1.3 and then click on Questions here, or you could go down here to 1.3, click on this gear icon to the right of 1.3, and click on Questions. Once I'm in the Add Remove Questions screen, you'll see the questions in the assessment are listed right here. There's 20 questions in this assessment. They have a description that points out the section of the textbook where this question is located. And we have the type of question, calculated, number, multiple choice, etc. At the very bottom, you have a list of potential questions. These are questions that have been coded, but they are not added to this assessment currently. So if you want to add some questions, you have a choice down there. To review these 20 questions that are in this assessment, I'll click on this preview button. I'll get a separate pop-up window that is showing me question 1, and I can review this question. I can click on this next button to go to the next question on the list. This will take me to question 2. And as I'm reviewing these questions, if I did not like one of the questions and wanted to mark it for removal, I would check this box here. As you can see, that checks the box to the left of the question I'm on. I'm going to click on Next to go to question 4, Next to review question 5, and so on and so forth. And as I find questions that I may not like, I can check this box. And let's say I reviewed all of these 20 questions and I checked the ones that I wanted to remove. So out of these 20, there's 3 I didn't like. And you can see these 3 are checked here. I can click on Remove. It'll bring up a pop-up that confirms, do you want to remove these questions? You'll click on OK. And I just removed 3 questions, and I only have 17 questions in there. Now let's say you wanted to add some additional questions. It's very similar. You just go down here to the list of potential questions. These are the potential questions for 1.3. You'll click on Preview, and once you find the question that you like, you'll check the box. I'm going to go ahead and add these 3 questions. So to recap, whether you're reviewing questions that are already in the assessment or looking to add new questions, you click on Preview. So down here under potential questions, I clicked on Preview. I clicked Next to cycle through the questions, and I checked the box for the questions I'd like to add. I'll then click on Add. It'll briefly take you to the Modify Question Settings screen. This is going to default to the assessment settings that are already set up for 1.3, but if you want to change anything, you can do that here. You'll click on Add Questions, and now I've added 3 more questions to this assessment. I'll click on Done. Now, one other thing I'll show you. If you wanted to create a blank assessment, you could do that. You could click on Assessment here. Let's just title this Demo Assessment and give it the default assessment settings. I'll click on Create Assessment. And then I could go here. So I have an assessment right now that is titled Demo Assessment, and I have no questions in there. I can go here to a Select from Assessments. And let's say I wanted to make a question that was a blend of a little bit of everything from Chapter 1. I'd select the different areas that I want coded questions from. I'd click on Use These Assessments. And now I have a list of potential questions. I could preview these by clicking on Preview. Oh, I like that question. I'll check that box. Not a big fan of that one. Oh, I like that question. I like that question. So on and so forth. When you find a question you like, you check this box. It checks it over here. And then I go to Add. Add Questions. This is that settings screen that defaults to whatever the settings were on that assessment. I'll click on Add Questions, and now I've added 3 questions to my demo assessment. And that's how you review, add, and remove questions for assessments.